we're here with Joel Korte,
Hello.
the guy behind Chase Bliss Audio. So there's a lot of unicorns in our industry. Unicorns meaning when they release new products, they release new things. There is exceptional excitement around what is coming next, and I would consider probably the work that is happening inside the Chase Bliss Audio studio shop is a very hyped, exciting thing for people to follow. And I think a lot of it is in part is because of the tiniest details and tweakabilities that really haven't been seen on a guitar pedal level yet until you came along and started giving the audiophiles something to do with that. And so from the beginning, the first pedal was the warped vinyl, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so before that took off, what was kind of the idea behind Chase Bliss Audio?
Well, even then, so this was back in 2013. You know, the market, there's so much cool stuff, and you know, I'm like everybody in the world. I wanted to own a guitar pedal company. Yeah. Everybody wants that, right?
Sure.
Yeah. So
sure.
I started looking kind of at the landscape of the industry and thinking like, well, you know, how can I contribute to the sonic landscape? I said landscape twice in a small amount of time.
It's great.
The thing I'm good at is digitally controlling analog signal path. And a lot of people were doing that already. It wasn't like, you know, a new thing, but I wanted to take it to a level that I felt like hadn't been explored yet.
Yeah.
So I think it was mostly just like saying, hey, I really like analog stuff. I think I can make some compelling effects that other people aren't. And I just really wanted to do it, you know?
Yeah. And you did it.
Yeah, I did.
First time I heard about you, I was having lunch with a couple guys. You know Seth McCarroll over at Old Bud?
Oh,
so we were having lunch.
He's the best.
Yeah. It was. I think it was 2004. We were talking about like pedals.
2014.
2014.
Okay.
Yeah. 2004, I was trying to make varsity basketball. Okay.
Man, I played JV.
Yeah. We were having lunch, and he was like, "Have you heard of this Chase Bliss warped vinyl?" And my first thought was like, "Chase Bliss, what kind of a name is that? Is that a guy's name?" So in my head, I went home and I looked you up. I was like, "So this guy's name is Chase Bliss. What a good guy." But Seth said, he's like, "Yeah, it's my favorite pedal to come out in a really long time."
Seth said that?
Yeah, and he's like,
"And
I love it."
Sweet man.
It's like, I love it because I don't understand it.
Yeah. Yes.
He's like, but it's beautiful. And I was like, oh, I've got to get one of those. And I think I bought one like a year and a half ago, actually. I was really late to the game. I'm really sorry. But
no, you're still very much an early adopter, I would say.
So after that came along, like at what point were you like, oh, this is working. I think I should do another one. And what did that look like?
Well, I was really naive about how many pedals you have to sell to actually make it like to be able to pay yourself and like make it real and stuff. So I thought that I had no idea about that.
Who does?
Yeah, I just like at first it was a lot of just struggling and learning how to make the things and I mean, the whole idea though was that, you know, I wanted to make a platform. So I knew that if I worked really hard to make warped vinyl, you know, the best that I'd be able to make it, that I could be able to leverage some of that work with, you know, some of the using the same hardware.
Yeah.
You know how hard it is, like all this stuff. Like it looks, you know, it's not the same, which is great. It looks super cool, but I know it's like, oh, that's so hard because you just gotta line everything up every time.
Sure.
Which I'm bad at. I try to like not do stuff that I'm bad at. So like, I just, you know, I want to do more modulation because
Sure.
my platform originally was well suited for modulation.
Yeah.
So I did a phaser next.
Yeah. So I'm walking around the show and I have a lot of conversations with people, and I have a few every time I come to NAMM. It's people saying, I really want to make a pedal that does this, but then does this and that. And so, it's a lot of artists coming to us talking about like ideas and things like that. But, they don't have the technical know-how on how to actually put all those things together and to make that sound. You do. And so there's a lot of stuff kind of in your history on how you got to that point to be able to digitally control analog signal path, like you say. So talk to us a little bit about like your background and like education or anything that would be helpful for people that want to turn the sounds inside their heads into an actual physical product.
Yeah, well, I guess it all started when, I started playing guitar when I was like 15 years old. And I got into recording right away and like, using plugins, on the DAWs, things like that.
Yeah.
And I went to college because that's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah,
and I was
good
sitting
boy,
around, yeah,
good boy,
I was
good
sitting,
Minnesota boy. Where'd you go to college?
St. Thomas, smaller school.
St. Tom.
The Tommies.
The Vikings.
Yeah, we are our colors. We do have some purple in the colors.
What's the mascot?
The Tomcat.
The Tomcat. So I was way off.
Anyway,
Sorry.
I was sitting around my dorm room wondering what I was going to do, and I was, playing my guitar and recording, and I was like, I had a compressor, I was like, how does this, like, who works on this stuff?
Which
like,
compressor?
How does
What
this
was
work? It was Capricornus something.
Yeah.
It was, I don't remember. Anyway, sorry.
Yeah.
I'm like thinking. So
details.
I started emailing companies like Capricornus, and I was like, what kind of skills do you have to to make these things? And it seemed interesting, like electrical engineering. So that was my major. I looked into it some more, and I'm like, even if this doesn't pan out, I don't think I'm going to regret getting an electrical engineering degree.
Totally.
Turns out I was a really bad student, didn't learn that much in college. But then I was fortunate enough, and I was able to get a job at Zvex.
Yeah.
Because I knew I had to work somewhere where I was going to learn this stuff that I cared about, and that's when I really learned a lot. And
that's awesome.
Yeah, Zach taught me tons and tons of stuff.
Yeah. And they're up in Minneapolis with you guys. Yeah.
So I got really lucky to get that gig.
Yeah. It's really cold there right now. There's a lot of time to be spent inside on breadboards.
Yep.
So it's perfect. It's a perfect Minnesota pastime.
There's nothing else to do.
I have an uncle. My family lives up in Minnesota.
Except for watch the Timberwolves. I love that you love the NBA, man. Like I just feel connected to you in that way.
It brings us all together across the country.
Like if I make a Facebook status post about an NBA player, I can if you don't comment it, I can tag you and like get your take.
You're either right or you're wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thunder are doing better.
Huh?
Are the Thunder? Yeah, they're
I think it's like we won 4 in a row now.
That's great.
So
congratulations.
Russ is shooting better.
Yep.
Paul George is still doing his thing. Yeah.
Good job.
Nerlens is back. It's good.
It's great.
If you haven't seen the Oklahoma City Thunder, you can catch them on ESPN. You can also catch the Timberwolves on ESPN. Never mind, I was going to make a joke, but I won't make a joke. Okay. Zachary Vex.
Yes.
Spent a lot of time there.
Lots of time.
And then probably in 2014 is kind of when you made the jump to start the award final and things like that.
Yep. I still did at once. I started Chase Blissman. I still worked with Zvex for a little bit, just kind of finishing up some stuff, contract work, blah, blah, blah.
Totally.
Yeah.
So I think the last question I have is so there's a lot of hype because I think one of the things is when you release a product, there's so many new fun details to dwell on, to think about, to consume and comprehend about. So where do you really find, where do you find inspiration to include a lot of these fine details that you wouldn't find otherwise on other products? Like, what inspires you? Like, what novels are you reading? What artists are you listening to? What personality tests are you obsessing over?
Well, okay, so are you asking more about like the marketing end of it or like the actual what it does?
Whatever lights you up.
I think that for me it sounds kind of selfish, but the stuff that I get the most excited about is stuff that's actually going to solve a problem for me.
Yeah.
And then that really motivates me because I'm like, I want to have this in my rig.
Yeah.
And I'm really starting to get into collaboration. Like, it seems like it's all I want to do now because there's so much stuff I suck at.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I have so many other people in the industry that are awesome at stuff I suck at.
Yeah.
So then if I can just do stuff I'm good at and work together with my friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, that's fantastic. So, these pedals go out all over the world. They go on tour, they go into studios, and some of it you know about, some of it you don't know about. What's one of the greatest things the most heartwarming things that you've seen that involves a Chase Bliss pedal recently?
Oh, like all time.
Sure.
I was
Today
going to
or
go
all
like
time?
5 minutes ago because I was like, that. Yeah.
Today or all time?
Okay, well.
Or both.
This musician, he goes by Freaky Rob, and he plays with Kendrick Lamar, who I'm just like massive Kendrick Lamar fan. We got a chance to chat, and he has a few pedals, and that was just like, you know what, I like lots of music, but I just really, really love Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah.
So that was cool to just, if someone's using it that is contributing to something you think is particularly special.
Yeah.
That's great.
Man.
Yeah.
Those are special moments, and they keep you going.
Yeah. I mean, this is why I want to contribute something.
Yeah.
To something.
Yeah. No,
that's our new slogan. Contribute something to something.
I want to contribute something to something.
Chase Bliss.
To be somebody that does stuff.
Yeah.
Chase Bliss.
That sells pedals.
Awesome. Well, dude, thanks so much for coming today.
I love you.
Thanks for being here. I love you.
Appreciate you.
You're an inspiring man. You make us all better. It's great. Just keep doing what you're doing.
Okay.
And, thanks so much. Bye. Bye, YouTube.